Previously on the Chef Clownman show, I need to get more cola. Are you crazy? You can't go out in this weather. Based upon the readings of the machinery, I hypothesized that the electricity that passed through Clownman's body during a lightning strike managed to somehow rewire his brain chemistry. In other words, it has greatly increased his capability for intelligent thought. Mr. Town, I can no longer sully my hands with the disgusting unhealthiness that your cuisine perpetuates. I shall terminate my employment at this abhorrent establishment. I shall not rest until all of the despicable consumerist diet-under cola products in my house have been removed. I do not wish to be friends, Johnson. You are selfish, lazy, untalented, and boring, and thus I cannot bring myself to interact with you any longer. Any friends I have must be able to offer intellectual stimulation, and you are far too animalistic for any such thing. So get out of my life, Johnson! I hate you, and I hate all that you stand for. We aren't friends, we never were friends, and we will never be friends. What? How did this much time pass? I didn't realize how boring things got without Clownman.
Did you get the document edited, Mr. Johnson?
Yep, I made a point of annotating it as I went along. I'm sure you didn't annotate it enough, Johnson! Did you include the sources from within this office? No, that was never part of our policy, Miller. Well, it's part of my policy!
Don't worry about it, Johnson. Your edits should be sufficient for our affiliates.
Gee, is this all life is? I need to go somewhere more fun. Welcome to the Town Cafe. May I take your order? Sure. A double town burger, a medium fries, and a small diet under cola. Okay, what's your name, sir? I'm John Johnny Johnson. Thank you. We'll call your name when your order is ready. Will this be cash or check? Cash, and, keep the change. Actually, don't keep the change. I need to find a cheaper way to keep Clownman in my life. Hey, Clownman, do you not recall my words? I have established that our friendship is beneath me. Come on, think about all the fun things we used to do. Want to go look at your Meat Rangers merchandise collection? Dedicating such a large fraction of my income to a fictional series with no positive effect on the real world is a poor financial investment, Johnson. I have sold said collection along with my other frivolous belongings. What? All of my garage sale transactions are documented here. You're free to examine my records for clarification, provided you recognize that this is a business-based interaction as opposed to a social one. Well, regardless, what about going to the park? I think they're doing one of their music nights with the kooky clown soon. Alas, Johnson, such shallow music is not a worthwhile usage of my time. Moreover, a loud volume of the variety audible at concerts is potentially harmful to one's hearing. I prefer the more intellectually stimulating sounds of classical music. How about watching Cat and Cola and the Soda Squad? What? With all due respect, that program is truly the bottom of the barrel as far as televised media is concerned. The series glorifies unhealthy consumption habits and poor fiscal responsibility by filling its stories with blatant dishonesty. That is not to mention the flat characters, the repetitive stories, or the subpar acting, animation, or music. What? No! Well, yes, but you shouldn't think that. You used to not care if something was highbrow. You just liked having fun. Don't you remember? You didn't just watch things with practical application, you watched things because you enjoyed them. Don't you remember the fun of going into your once? Well, as Plato said, the first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. I am no longer willing to prioritize my irrational instincts over the actions which I know are right. Look, you clearly have nothing constructive to add to this conversation. May I politely request that you leave? I would like some peace and quiet as I hone in on my mathematical skills. I can potentially use them to aid me in inventing machinery that will improve global health. For the 1000th time, you don't need to spend all your free time doing stupid smart stuff. You're allowed to just have fun sometimes. To quote Socrates, the greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. We must strive to be the ideal versions of ourselves, and your irrational demands are not conducive towards that goal. Good day, sir. This won't work at all. Clownman won't agree with me. I'd better get together with some people who do. Thank you all for coming. I think we've all noticed the same issue. Chef Clownman.
I'll say, he's lost all the interests I used to share with him.
Interests like the meters. His appreciation for the meters was my favorite thing about him. And my restaurant has been experiencing a sharp decline in business since he left. I'd forgotten how difficult making a profit was without his efficiency.
Bingo, my man. That dude, Doc, just ain't cool. What kind of a guy insults a guy like me? It's like completely disrespecting the social ladder. He acts like he loves the arts, but you can't say you love the arts without following the art of being cool, you know?
Sure, whatever. Well, the notion of another distinguished man performing research is certainly an intriguing one, but I confess I am not fully satisfied with the shift in Clowman's character either. It does not appear to showcase any respect for my credentials. The lightning strike may have altered his intelligence positively, but I fear that said increase in intelligence would be useless without an accompanying desire to constructively share his intelligence with others. Right. I figure we all feel the same way about this, so maybe we can come together to come up with a way to change things.
Change things?
You mean like make him fun again? Well, yeah, but I have to say that it won't be easy. I've tried tempting him with all his old interests, and nothing is working. Oh dear, if psychological interventions fail to revert his character back to a prior state of being, I am afraid that we must resort to physical interventions. Physical interventions? Indeed. As the initial change in Clowman's state of being was instigated by a strong electrical charge, I suspect that the only mechanism holding any potential of reverting his character would be an electrical charge of similar magnitude. What? But wouldn't that be dangerous? Well, yes, I suppose it would be. At least at present it would be. However, I may be able to create a device which would minimize the damage while ensuring that the charge is sufficient enough to affect his brain activity in a similar manner as the preceding charge. Well, if that's the best we've got, I guess you should start working on that device. There does remain one potential confounding variable, however. You see, given the decreased extent of the electrical current that my device would create, Clownman would be required to stand much closer to the lightning than was previously the case. I suspect that this intervention would only hold strong chances of success in the event that he stands at the top of a structure of high altitude.
Well, in Hero Man the movie, they electrocuted Dr. Madman by getting him to the top of the town tower during a storm.
Oh, what a brilliant idea, McStein! It goes to show that even a seemingly mindless picture may hold remarkable insight.
Oh yeah, and don't even get me started on Hero Man 2.
In any case, we shall get Clownman to the top of the town tower. The town tower? That's really high up. We'll have to find a way of convincing him to do that. One step at a time, I guess. Oh, my machine should be complete. Clownman just has to wear this helmet, and if I put the right input into the machine during the lightning strike with the helmet attached, it should ensure that the helmet contains just the right quantity of protective effect. There are certainly many dimensions to take into account when analyzing the implications of existentialist philosophy. Excuse me, sirs, I do not recall inviting any of you inside. Sorry about that, Clownman, but we need to have a word with you. Oh, I think that this new you is contributing positively to this town. I'd expect you all to endorse such a mindset. None of you prioritize your values appropriately.
But we do, Clown Man, and one of those values is looking after others. It's important to understand and help out the people around you.
You used to know that, Clown Man. Heck, you used to be the one reminding us of that. You were the one making sure everyone was happy, regardless of whether it was efficient or not.
Plus, the way you be right now just ain't cool.
I don't think we really need your input right now, Coolness. Anyway, don't you see what we're saying, Clown Man? Well, I can conceptualize your words on a theoretical level, but I struggle to connect with them emotionally. You simply are not acknowledging the importance of intellectual pursuit in the journey towards improving the world. Well, time for Plan B. Come in! Ah, Benedict. Good day, brother. It has been a while since we have interacted. Clownman, I've heard all about your recent changes. Indeed, I would say that I have self-actualized at long last. Look, brother, I've been where you are before. I know what it's like to put intellect and efficiency above everything. I don't want to see you go down that path. Not after you help me avoid it. But intellect and efficiency are the metaphorical tools which keep this world running. Sure, but it's not much use to have the tools when no one wants to use them. When you don't take any time for fun, you just end up miserable. I've been there, and you're the one who strayed me away from there. Don't you see? Intellect and efficiency may keep the world running, but fun and humor keep us running. And without us running at our full capacity, with our full motivation, who's going to use your beloved tools? We need practicality. I'm about as practical a person as you'll ever meet. But we also need people to balance the world out with their lighter sides. And no one knows how to do that more than you. At least the old you. It's like Confucius said, a wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. We need your foolishness if we want the incentive to keep thinking and learning. I'm failing to devise a rebuttal to that. Right, so can you try to go back to your old self for the good of all of us? I am unsure whether I can. My mind struggles to find anything about my former mental state which resonates with itself. Then my hypothesis about the necessity of my machine appears to be correct. You see, you have to. Spare your monologue. Your intentions are readily apparent. I must wear the helmet and attach it to the machine during a storm while I'm standing on the town tower. Meanwhile, you must operate the machine to ensure the magnitude of the electrical charge is appropriate. Why, that is precisely on point. Oh, it is something of a tragedy to do away with this aspect of your character. Agreed, Mr. Addy, and do note my usage of the word Mr. As applying a doctoral title to a man of your incompetence dilutes the connotations of a once prestigious title. It will be regrettable indeed to dispose of my intellectual superiority, but alas, my brother has simply argued me into a corner. On second thought, this will be no tragedy at all. Now, the weather reports indicate that a storm will happen around 9 p.m. tonight, but the science behind those calculations is outdated at best. Taking the water cycle more thoroughly into account, the storm should start closer to 8 p.m., with lightning hitting the town tower right about 8:17. Well, let's get going then. Very well then, Mr. Cloudman. It is right about time. I am struggling to attach the helmet to the device. Cloudman, there is almost no time left. Please attempt to. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Of course. If I lie down with my head facing the southeast corner of the building, and the top of said head is situated 0.63 centimeters from the edge lengthwise and 0.94 centimeters widthwise, I should be able to attach the helmet.
Right on! Oh yeah, this has got to be like the coolest thing I've ever done.
Is he okay? He certainly holds a heartbeat, although I am unsure as to the effectiveness of my device in restoring the equilibrium of his mental state. Oh, you're okay, Clown Man? Yeah, I guess I am. I only hope that my procedure exerted no dangerous effects on Clown Man's DNA. DNA. Donut, nacho. Wait, what does the A stand for?
He's back!
Oh boy, I am. Thank goodness. I would have hated to miss the premiere of the new season of Captain Cola and the Soda Squad. This episode is said to be almost 65% new footage. So you're more interested in Captain Cola than in science and philosophy then? Yep, all I need to be happy is Captain Cola, Diet Dr. Cola, and all my decorations. Ooh, I better buy them all back. It's a good thing I made a list of the names, addresses, photos, and fingerprint profiles of everyone who shopped at my garage sale, even if I can't remember how to do that stuff anymore. All I need you to remember is how to be a good friend. Well, I certainly remember that. Ooh. There's an event celebrating friendship at the pizzeria tonight. How about you come with me, Johnny Johnson? I guess so. We also need to remember how to make town burgers, Mr. Cloudman. Will you come to your usual shift tomorrow? You know it, but in the meantime, let's all have fun. Ooh, what if we all saw a movie before going to the pizzeria? Last one to the theater is an empty cola can. Why does he have to be like this?